They're a funny thing, daydreams. One minute you're sitting at work on a night shift, next thing you're buying a Ford Galaxy with the intention of turning it into a mini camper. Well, that was nearly 2 years ago, and unfortunately it didn't really work out as we anticipated. What else can I say? We took it to Scotland. We had a week where we basically the weather was so bad it was like an endurance test rather than a holiday, and I've never known wind like it. We stuck it out for a week. We did find a few issues with it, apart from the fact we were out of season, there's no campsites open, and it's a bit of a grey area anyway, trying to go on a campsite with a car that you're sleeping in effectively. So one thing led to another and we scrapped the idea. Then we had Lado here, and that was nearly 18 months ago. Anyway, bringing us right up to date now. We want to get away next year for our silver wedding anniversary. So I came up with the idea of building a teardrop camper trailer. Now, if anybody's seen a teardrop camper trailer, they'll realise that you're usually about 4 foot wide, 4 foot high, 8 foot long. Trying to fit 2 adults plus a fully grown German Shepherd in one would be a bit of a challenge. Still, I looked into it and surfed eBay to look for a chassis, and we stumbled across this trailer tent. Anyway, we went and bought it. Didn't pay that much for it, to be honest. And we got it home. This was on the Saturday. Had a good look at it on the Saturday. The dog loved it, jumping on and off the beds and that, and we thought, well, why don't we just adapt what we've already got here than ripping it all apart and building something that might not be big enough. So anyway, that's the new plan. So you don't know whether you can make out behind me here, the walls, it's the start of the walls. Came up with the idea of extending the walls upwards. So I've got some 8x4 sheets of 9mm plywood, and what I've done is I've drilled the walls. We've put 8mm bolts through with captive T-nut things in the wall that they screw into, so it's like a threaded insert. So the idea is then that when we turn up on campsite, you unfold it like a conventional trailer tent, and then lift the body sides up, pop the bolts in, bolt them on, and then the plan is to add internal walls to it to turn it more into a caravan, and then we're going to refit this thing. So this is kind of where we're up at the moment. I just thought I'd do a little video just to introduce where we're at with things. I did get a couple of comments about, do you still have the Galaxy, did you go camping? Well, like I say, we did. I did shoot some video, had problems trying to get the video onto the Apple Mac that I bought to do the editing with, because it just wasn't compatible with an Android phone. So that caused a few headaches. I do still have some footage that I shot on the camera of the Highlands that I will put out there at some point. Probably just put some music to it. But yeah, I think we'll film this on the phone, and basically just so that we can look back as when we get older and see silly things that we did. So anyway, I'll just give you a quick tour around of what we're up to. Okay, so starting over here by the door, I need to repair the door. Don't know whether you can kind of see it. It's a bit rotten in that corner. Didn't help when I reversed the Galaxy into it. So I need to replace this door anyway. There's a couple of damp areas on the floor. It can be, these need sorting out. And over to this side, I've already cut some access holes into this rear panel. Intention being that I want to put some insulation in and to pull the wiring in. And then on here, I'm going to fasten a brand new ply front, and in this corner here, this is going to be where our new cool box is going to go, and that'll be on runners, so that'll slide in and out by the door. There'll be a cabinet built round it, and then the seat is going to be rebuilt here, because we've basically moved the seats from where they were. So this is now going to be the seating area. Moving further back, that was where the kitchen area was. That's all gone. It's all getting redone anyway. There's all the electrics to sort out yet. This side will have a 3/4 sized seat that will come so far out, so that leaves a central gangway. Thinking of building some kind of unit down this wall here, because it needs to be structural anyway, so this will have built-in storage. So this will become a seating area. We'll get one of those poles that you get for camper van for the table, so the table will fit into there and can be removed when we're travelling. So that's that side. If we come round this side, if the gimbal will follow me, this cabinet here needs rebuilding and putting back in because it's structural for the door. I've just pulled it apart so I can rip the flooring out. You stay there, dog. This is going to be the new kitchen area. So idea is that the cooker sink unit that came out of our Transit is going on a brand new unit that's going to sit just here. The problem with it being a trailer tent is it has to collapse down so that these poles lie flat when it gets folded away, so one would have to try and make a unit that will lift up and down that has a cooker on. So ideally the top of the unit will be where they've put the bottom of the window there when it's set up. So that's going to be a challenge. Also got to sort out some insulation because we're planning to go in March to Fort William and it's going to be a bit cold. This rear panel here, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to cut some access holes into this. The middle bit will probably be some kind of built-in storage to replace the one that I ripped out the other side. Again, there'll be plywood panels on here, so if I just kind of pan up a little bit, no, it's not going to work. Can't get the hang of this gimbal. Sorry for you, dog, you just lie there. So again, when I put new plywood panel in, I'll put some threaded inserts into here, and this will support a removable wall section which will go up here, and this will be where the toilet's going to go. So I've already bought a camper van access hatch for a toilet, so that's going to go in that wall there. There'll be another wall that will come out here, so it'll make a little toilet compartment there. I've got to sort that out for the window because it was an afterthought. So when I cut the window, this is where the seats were and the toilet was going to be over there, but then we decided that there's more space if we actually flipped everything around. So fortunately I still have the panel, so the idea, excuse me, the idea is I'm just going to cut part that panel off, put that panel back in there, put some battens on which will attach the walls to anyway either side, and that'll be left as a window above the seat, and then that side will cut another window out of that side. So that's pretty much the layout of what we're going to go for. The roof, if I just pan this up, Rachel's going to have a go at making a new inner tent because it didn't come with one. So we'll probably go with a nice cream material, and again we're going to have to try and insulate it somehow. I was thinking of using possibly that stuff you put behind your radiators, the silver stuff, the bubble wrap. Possibly that might work. I'm not sure about how we're going to do the walls and the floor yet. It's still very much a work in progress, but anyway, this is kind of what we're up to. He's giving me a funny look because he wants to go for his walk, so I think I better sign off. So anyway, until the next one, this is Dave and Sam signing off, and see you in the next one. Cheerio.